Yo, what's going on, buddy? This is Don't Talk Sports. My name is Dylan. In today's video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to talk about the NIL dispute with the quarterback from UNLV. Basically, there's this whole news kind of going around of him and a coach, I believe, that had a verbal agreement, not a formal agreement, a verbal agreement that they were going to do like some kind of, I guess, money given to him. They were going to give him a bunch of money to come to their university, come play quarterback there. And now he's been there, I believe, 3 games. They've gone 3-0, and this quarterback is basically like, hey bud, where's my money? And they're not giving it to him, so he's now actually going to be sitting out some games. Quarterback in question is Mathew Sluka. Like I said, he's going to be sitting out a couple games. He had around $100,000 that he could have been given to him for transferring to UNLV, like I said. But with him not playing there for these last few games, it's kind of become like an uprise with the whole college football, NCAA, and like I said, with the NIL, where people are wondering, was NIL a bad thing for college football? And not just college football, for all college sports, because this could actually, honestly, create a big problem for college football, college basketball, college baseball, wrestling, lacrosse, golf, everything NCAA related. So what I wanted to do is I kind of want to go through and talk about the news, like I said, talk about what's going on with Mathew Sluka, talk about is this a good idea by him to do this, talk about everything about it, and then by kind of the end and kind of as we go through, I'll kind of give my opinion on what I think this means for NIL. Is NIL taking care of this? Is there ways they could possibly fix this? And ultimately just kind of give my opinion. So without further ado, I'm going to go and get straight into this. Now, as always, all information you're going to be seeing on screen, I'll have all of it linked down in the description below. So if you want to go check it out for yourself, feel free. But I'm going to go and get straight into this. If you're going to enjoy it, as always, make sure you're going to drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. But without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, as you can see here, we have UNLV quarterback Mathew Sluka, like I said, walking away from the team, and right here we kind of have all like the news kind of broken down. It says here, Sluka's agent Marcus Cromartie told the Associated Press that his client decided to sit out the rest of the season over a $100,000 NIL payment that was promised by an assistant coach after he agreed to transfer to the Rebels last winter. Now, no written contract was ever put into place, Cromartie said, and efforts to set up a payment plan were unsuccessful. And it says here UNLV accused Sluka's representative of making, quote, implied threats and financial demands upon the university and its NIL collective in order to continue playing, which apparently is against NCAA rules and Nevada state law. Now, here's my way of looking at it. With them trying to do like this he said, she said, because like I said, they said it's not written in contract, it's not like a written thing to where they can pull it up and be like, you said it right here on this date, first name, last name right there, you said you were going to pay me X amount of dollars for coming here, this is what you were going to do. It's not in writing, it's more of just he said, she said at this point. Now, as we know with NIL, right now there's like no, I guess you could say, hard rules. It's like, it's very like the Wild Wild West is what they want to describe it as. There's no like enforcement, and NCAA have shown that they're not able to control this. Now, they do say here, even if Sluka had signed an NIL contract for the $100,000, Lawrence said it would have prevented him from quitting because such contracts cannot be tied to playing performance. It says here, Michael Lowe, a Philadelphia attorney whose firm represents schools, conferences, and collectives in the NIL industry, said that Sluka's situation will encourage athletes to take a hard look at their potential value if they were to change schools. So basically what they're trying to say is teams and players, when they're coming to like the transfer portal, guys transferring out saying, hey, I'm not getting playing time here, or maybe I can go get more money over at this school, they are going to actually look at their value. And now with this, coaches all the time, assistant coaches, trainers, people that could be like, yeah, come over here, we'll give you $50,000, we'll give you $25,000, we'll give you $100,000, we'll give you $1 million. Now they're going to pretty much look at it in a way of make sure that shit's in writing. They're college players at one point were just college players. They were just kids playing football in college. It was a fun thing they did, and they were like, they had a privilege to go to the NFL. Now all guys care about is making money, go to the NFL, and they're becoming business people now. Now, I do want to point out, I'm on Sluka's side of this, of where him saying that he's not going to play, I'm on his side of it, because it's like, go get your money. If you were told by somebody that you're going to get money and you're not getting it now, I'd be pissed too, because like, I came to your fucking school because I was told I was going to get that much money. I might have had an opportunity to go over here for maybe more money. Maybe I like this school because of you guys, but you threw in that $100,000. So like, I'll take your offer. I'll come here. I could have went over here. Maybe it was only $50,000. Let's just say an example. Maybe this school over here, X school, was going to give me only $50,000, but I came to you because you were giving me $100,000. I came to you for the money. I could have went over there, probably still played as good, not got as much money, but I could have still played as good. I came to your school for the money. You're not giving me the money. Why the fuck am I playing here anymore? Like, I'm done. Now, one thing that has been talked about by a lot of people is, can a school offer NIL deals as a recruitment inductment? Now, one thing that has been talked about is, can a school offer NIL deals as a recruiting inducement. Now, it does say here, not technically, though it surely happens. Schools are not allowed to directly pay NIL money, though the NCAA allows schools to identify NIL opportunities and facilitate deals between athletes and third parties. So I'm guessing, I might be getting this wrong, might be getting this right, let me know in the comments if I'm saying this correctly, they can't directly be like, here's a $100,000 check, come play for us. What they can do is they can make it to where they can help you boost, I guess, maybe like your social media. They can help you get sponsors through different companies, insurance companies, food. Like I said, maybe like Raising Cane's. I've seen guys working at Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Progressive Insurance, State Farm. They can get these athletes working with like sponsors and help them with that. But they can't just directly give them like $25,000 here, $100,000 here. They can't give them like paychecks for games. And they can't guarantee them like how NFL salaries are kind of like, if you go out there and throw, like quarterback, you go out there and throw for 3,000 yards, we're going to guarantee you another $15,000. You go out there, maybe you run for 400 yards, we're going to give you another $10,000. With college football, it's a little bit tricky. Like I said, the Wild Wild West, and they're abusing it a little bit. Now, one thing that is kind of important, it says here from NCAA Senior Vice President for External Affairs, Tim Buckley, issued a statement saying here, quote, the NCAA fully supports college athletes profiting from their NIL, but unfortunately, there is little oversight or accountability in the NIL space, and far too often promises made to student athletes are broken, quote. Buckley also then said, quote, positive changes are underway at the NCAA to deliver more benefits to student athletes, but without a clear legal authority granted by the courts or by Congress, the NCAA, conferences, and schools have limited authority to regulate third parties involved in NIL transactions. So it seems like what the NCAA is kind of saying is, these third parties being like, I guess, lawyers, these like law companies coming in to help these kids make as much money as possible because they can also get money from the kids for being representatives for them. They're coming in and helping these kids grow, make a bunch of money. The NCAA is trying to say, we're trying to get a hold of it, but it's almost like stopping a leak with the worst Elmer's glue possible on a pipe. It's like, the water's just going to keep on running. You're trying to plug the hole, but it ain't working. I'd like to think of it as trying to mop up the ocean. You can try, you're never going to get there. And I guess in the NCAA mind, they are trying their best to try and get a hold of it, try to build an infrastructure, try and make a law, try to make there be like a foundation that we can walk on. But it's just everything is growing so damn fast that they can't get a hold on it. Now, I would like to kind of point out a couple things. When it comes to Mathew and him deciding to set out, I like the idea of it. Because like I said, earn your money, bro. If that was me in that situation, earn your money. If you were told you're getting $100,000, I would be in the same boat. I want my money. Now, some people have kind of said he's being selfish, he's being an asshole because he's just leaving his teammates high and dry. I would say this. When he went there, and I think a lot of college kids would have agreed nowadays, it's different. There's high school, there's a college, and there's NFL. Back in the day, high school, college, it was like that was a brotherhood. You play for your brother, and then you got to the NFL, and it was all about your money. Now, college has kind of become the same way with the NFL. Fuck the brothers. I don't give a shit. I want to earn my money. In high school, it's a brotherhood. You are there for your boys. All you give a shit about is playing football, helping your brothers win football games. When you get to college, it's a business now. If I'm making my money and I'm getting paid what I think I deserve, I'll be out there putting 110% out there. I'm trying to win games. I want to go win a national championship. But if I'm not getting my money and I ain't getting a penny, I don't want a penny less than what I think I'm worth, we got problems. Now, do I think this is going to spark an uprising around college football? I honestly think it will. Because if there are other situations out there, like I said, with assistant coaches, maybe even head coaches that verbally, not written, verbally said, we're going to give you X amount of dollars if you come transfer to our school. Right now, one that kind of scares me, I'm an Ohio State fan. Ohio State guaranteed a lot of different players from Caleb Downs, Will Howard, Seth McLaughlin, Quentin Sean Junkins, a lot of big-time players that have been balling out for us this year. We guaranteed these guys some money. $20 million roster, I believe. We guaranteed these guys money in the transfer portal. Is this going to come back to bite us in the ass? Did we verbally guarantee any money to them that they might decide to say, fuck you guys, I don't give a shit about your school, I want my money? I might be talking about my ass, but like I said, if that were to happen, it would scare me to death. But as I was saying, whenever it comes to NIL, I think they need to get a hold of it. They need to try to figure things out. They got to lay a foundation. They got to get laws in place. They got to get rules in place. They got to make sure there's actually something that people need to go by. Because the way it looks right now is it's almost like the NIL guy was created and everybody's just kind of doing their own thing. There's no, okay, if we want to do this, we got to obey by this law. If we want to do this, well, there's this rule over here. We got to stick to the rules. And when there's no rules and there's no laws, look at the way the life was back in the 1600s, 1500s, 1400s, when there was like no rules, no law. You could just go fucking do what you wanted. Literally, Wild Wild West, 1800s even, when the Wild Wild West was around. It's fucking nuts. The last thing I'll say, Mathew, good on you. You're doing good. If sitting out the season, what you have to do to kind of promote fixing NIL and make sure players earn their money, good on you. I'll give you a round of applause. And when it comes to the NCAA, fix your fucking thing, fix the NIL, get it fixed. And for UNLV, whoever the assistant coach was, that was guaranteeing him money. I'm wondering if they got his name yet. I haven't seen anything yet about his name. If they get his name and they release it, I'll be curious to see who that fucker was, because you're an asshole for guaranteeing him money, bringing him to the school, and then now you're probably thinking, why would you say it? It's like, bro, you guaranteed me money. Give me my money. But other than that, I think I'm going to wrap up there. Hopefully you guys did go and enjoy today's video. If you did enjoy, as always, make sure you're going to drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. If you wanted to watch the entirety of today's video, thank you very much. And like I said, if you have a different opinion, do you agree, disagree with anything I said? Do you think Mathew and UNLV, this whole thing is a whole bunch of hoopla? If you think it's big news, some people said this isn't even breaking news. I think it is. If you think the NIL, the way how everything works with the NIL transfer portal, the way guys get paid, it needs to be fixed. Like I said, if you think it's Mathew is being good, bad by sitting out, whatever your opinion may be whenever it comes to the whole situation, go ahead and leave a complete opinion down in the comment section down below. I've been more than welcome to kind of talk about it with you guys. If you're a fan of the content that I do poster and you want to go and hit that big red subscribe button, feel free to do so. And don't forget to hit that little notification bell to be notified second to post. But without further ado, this has been Unlc Sports. Have a great day. Peace.